Greetings. What's up? It's Deborah, and I wanted to hop in and say happy Tuesday to you. If you're here live, say hey, what's up? Or watching the replay, could you just let me know you're here? Give me some love with the hashtag replay. Okay, so this is something new that I've been trying out over the past week. I'm trying to mix things up a little bit. I feel like overwhelmed when I think about reaching out in Messenger to everybody that I know, but I still want to stay connected. So I figured the easiest way to do that is with this. So I'm doing a little bit of a practice run for something I'm going to do tomorrow, and let me know if this is of interest to you. So, right now, we're in a situation where everyone's stuck at home with family, and usually we have some breathing room, but we don't have that right now, right? So, one of my clients today, she was telling me how she's really glad for the quarantine because the family, they're starting to hash out some stuff that has been building and bugging them for a while. And so they're able to actually resolve some of those things. And so I realized these tools are really powerful, and I really just want to get them in the hands of people so you can use them and benefit from them, and then your families can benefit from them, and then the people you serve can benefit from them, and it'll be a ripple effect, and I'll feel like I did some good on the planet. So I wanted to share this with you. I have my notes here. Um, this is really about conflict. So it's about understanding that we can do something specific to turn conflicts around. And it doesn't have to be hard, difficult, lots of talking, all of that. We can skip all of that. And the reason is because if we understand what's underneath conflicts, we can do something about it. Often we get tight in conflict, right? So either we try to avoid saying how we really feel because we don't want to make things worse, or and which then we're being dishonest, so it does make things worse anyway, just in a different form, draws things out longer. Or maybe we feel like if we say how we really feel and we're genuine, that it's going to be used against us, because often it is, right? It's common, people can fight dirty. Um, Also, if we feel like, okay, um, I if I give in, if I let this person have their way, like I just become a doormat, right? These are some of the things that we really genuinely worry about, is that we're just going to be bullied or pushed around. Trust me, when I was dealing with relationship stuff, I dealt with this all the time. So this tool, it's really, really simple. But before I share with you the tool, I just want to let you know what conflict is really about. Because when you understand that, you can use conflicts as building blocks to help restore and strengthen a relationship instead of as fire that destroys it, right? So here's the key that most people don't know about conflicts. Conflicts are about connection. The whole reason that most people are in conflict is because they're trying to bid for connection. They want to connect with the other person. Don't believe me? Suspend your disbelief for a moment and just think about your neighbor, okay? Or your neighbors, I should say. I'm sure that there's a bunch of neighbors that you have that you don't know very well, even though you might see them every day, right? Who live in ways that you would never like and have preferences that are totally opposite from yours. And you're not in conflict with your neighbors. Why is that? You're not in conflict with them because it's not that important to you if you get along with them or if you agree with them or not. It doesn't really matter. Like, they're your neighbors. Like, okay. But if it's your spouse or your kids or your parent or a close friend, now it means something if they don't agree with you. Now it means something if they're completely opposite from you, right? Because you have a connection with them and you want to have a strong connection with them. So if you can understand this about conflict, that really at the bottom of conflict, there's a couple of things. It's called your blueprint. And I'm going to go over that in a workshop I hold in my group tomorrow. But specifically, if you can understand that conflict is about connection, and that when someone is complaining or yelling or calling you names or anything that they're saying or doing, it's really that on a deeper level that they want to connect with you differently. And their rules for connection or your rules for connection are preventing it from being a pleasant experience. When you can understand that, you have the power to change how conflicts go so quickly. So you can stop all the destructive stuff that's hurtful and that creates all kinds of pain and just get to the connection part. Okay, so how do we do that? There's a really simple tool. It's called timeout. We're going to talk about it tomorrow in our group. And yes, we're very familiar with timeouts, but there's a specific and intentional way that we use timeouts to be able to rebuild and restore relationships very quickly when they've gotten really toxic and unhealthy. I've done it in my own relationships. My clients use it in their relationships. I had a client last week. She was on the edge with her family. And this week she's like, I feel better than ever. I'm a 10 out of 10 as a leader. And all of it was from just using really simple tools. Did not take much. Okay, so let me know in the comments if this resonates for you. If you'd like to join us, you're more than welcome to come. I'm also going to have in the group a PDF of the tool so that you can use it. It takes like 60 seconds, the movement part, but the actual whole process can be done in like 5 minutes. So you can spend less energy fighting with each other and so much more. Hey, Cindy, what's up? And so much more energy connecting with each other, because that's what we really want when we're in conflict. So I hope this was helpful. This is one step. It's actually the last step of a 9-step process that every single maverick and purpose-driven leader uses to go from uncertain and maybe doubting themselves to being absolutely certain in their purpose, in their mission, in their work, and being able to speak and live and inspire others to move forward with conviction, with certainty, with power, so that they can show up and deliver the